Hey guys, it's Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Cupid Parasite. I'm really enjoying this game, I gotta be honest. It makes me feel good. Like, it's crazy, it's fun. This has probably only been, like, technically, like, an hour worth of the common route, and it's taken us, like, 12 hours to do. What are we on, like, the 5th hour now? I don't know. Because I ramble through it, but, like, it's just so fun, and it makes me... It could just be the bright goddamn colors. It could be the fact that seems like a fluffier game. You know what I mean? I mean, it's definitely the bright colors that make you feel happy, but the game is a little bit lighter than feeling. There's not as much... I don't know. So I think it just flows a little bit fat, and you're like, yeah, there's not a lot of shit weighing you down. You're like, it's just kind of fun and goofy, and, like... It's a comedy, and I like it, you know? Sure, in the sense, because it's an Otome game, it's a rom-com, and I don't watch those normally movies. But, you know, sometimes you like action movies. Sometimes you want the disaster movies. I always want a disaster movie. I love the world falling apart movies. I don't know why. I've got a problem, but I love it. Like, is the world getting destroyed? I love it! Like, even if they're terrible, I love them. We've had this conversation before. I like comedies and stuff, but sometimes it depends. Sometimes you just want to watch cool sci-fi drama with a little bit of comedy mixed in. Sometimes you want an action flick. Sometimes you want the disaster movie. Sometimes you just want the light, fluffy, I don't have to think very hard movies, okay? Okay, sometimes that's what you want. Sometimes you want House Bunny. Okay? Sometimes you want to watch Legally Blonde. Okay? Sometimes you want to watch Galaxy Quest. Sometimes you just want to watch the light, fluffy movies that you don't really have to think that. They're just entertaining and you just feel good watching them. Everybody's feel-good movies are different, but, you know, like, it's the same thing with Netflix and, like, anime or movies or TV shows. Sometimes you're like, I just want something I can kind of just zone out and it doesn't really matter. And there's other ones you're like, no, I really need to be present for this. And it sounds like I'm not present for this, but you know what I mean? Like, this is more the lighter one where it's just easier. It's fluffy. It's here. We're comfortable. We're happy. And it's not like I'm weighted down with like a heavy plot. This is like a lighter, fluffier, goofy kind of plot. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying. I know you know what I'm saying. You get it. You're like, I get it. Right? And so it just makes me feel good when you're having a crappy day. You're like, I just need to put this on a plate. And you're like, I feel so much better. I don't know. It just makes me feel, like, happier. It doesn't add to my stress levels. Anyway. Whoops. So, anyway, I think we're in the, speed dating round. So. Oh, hi. I'm Gil Lovecraft. Heya, how are ya? I'm, okay, I guess. I wish they would tell you. Really? You're a quiet one, huh? Well, what's your happily ever after like? My happily ever after? Well, I like to make my partner my top priority. After all, she's a workaholic. She who? Oh, but then I got rejected. Or more like, I don't think she'd even notice me. Or she'd even noticed me, past tense. Then why aren't you two hitched? That would be great. I'd go to the ends of the earth for her. I'd show her it. I'd shop with her anytime. I'd carry the bags. I'd even do all the housework. She even said my name sounds like creating love. And heck, I'm pretty good at that too. And I did everything for her when we lived together. I was thrilled when she liked my cooking. I even adopted her preferences. Sharing everything together was a gift. It only made me fall for even more. I was willing to give everything I had to support her. This is what makes you kind of like, I don't know if it's worse. Like, okay, Gil was recommended like the third route, right? You're like, okay, all right. I'm not sure. Is that better? I mean, it might be better because I feel like if you did Gil first, you'd be like, oh, okay, I feel that. Let's do you. And then afterward, you're like, I know how crazy you are. I think it's going to be worse. Like, I think after you do him and you do Raul and then you do Alan, you're like, oh, Gil, I'm sorry. Like, it already feels a little bad right now that he's like so in love with you and obsessed. And then like, you're going to date somebody else. But it's like, we haven't seen what his route is like, and we haven't quite seen how clingy you are. We're at surface level here, but I'm already like, I know this does not bode well. We're gonna break his poor little heart. It's okay, Gil. Anyway. Okay, that's enough, Gil. Go on back to the workshop suite, stat. But I'm not done talking with her yet. Oh, yes you are. She already ran off. Oh. And walks away. Good evening. Oh, that's me. Good evening. My, what a lovely tie. What's that tag around your neck? Ah, yes. Well, I thought it best to make it clear that I'm just a representative. Oh, representative? I'm here representing a certain mysterious figure. I'm very pleased to meet you. I love that one. Okay, so if this person can afford a representative, he must be pretty well off, right? Like, someone really elite? A moment, please, while I relay your question. Huh? Ooh, wait, can't you just answer your... I apologize for the interruption. I'm at that matchmaking party and a young lady would like to know if you're well-off or elite. Owen should know this and be like, yes, both. I see. Yes, of course. And should I quote you directly when answering her? My member has asked me to say the following. I admit I'm somewhat elite, but I've sacrificed a lot to become so. I'm rarely home, so a fulfilling marriage may be difficult. As a rule, conversations will be conducted through my representative. Just say that. And that concludes his message. As a rule, wait. You know what? I'm really glad we're doing Shelby's route first. I'm really glad, because I can't lie. This just makes it fucking... This is what I'm talking about, this shit. As a rule, conversations will be conducted through my representative. Like, right now? Sure, okay. But, like, when we get married? This really is... This is a package deal! Oh my god, we're gonna marry Shelby, but Owen comes as a side piece! Oh my god, I am down. This is the route I always wanted. I wanted my thruple route. I wanted the men harem, but if you're gonna give me a thruple, that's fine too. Whatever. I'm like... Sometimes games give you, like, are we, like, all... Is it, like, a group thing? Are we, like, I'm just gonna pretend it is, but you can't... This is close, I think this is one of the closest we've ever gotten. So I'm here for this. Okay. Then why even marry? Okay, time's up. Thank you for that. Please try to enjoy the rest of the matchmaking party. Oh, one moment, please. I need to report back to my member about what was just said. Sure, fine. Go right ahead. Once you're finished, we need to talk, so just head back to the workshop suite upstairs. Hey, you're pretty cute. I didn't expect there to be someone so young at the party. How old are you anyway? Click. I forget they have voices too. Did you hear what I said? 2B2933. Okay, hold on. Whip out your fucking phones, bitches! Okay, always keep Google near you for this, because this is what we do. Okay, because we have to know what these colors are. 2B... Okay, I just want to say before I hit enter and see this color, we're literally going to be like, there really aren't there's not like a lot of colors that are ugly, Ryuki, okay? And then I know damn well I'm going to hit it and be like, nah, this color's fucking hideous. One of these times. Alright, 2933. Do you want me to do this? This is slightly darker gray than that last one. Is that the same one we did? Like, not the red color for Miss What's-Her-Face. This almost looks exactly the same as the other one. Huh. Other than, like, that red color. You know what I mean? It's like that purple color. It's that dark purpley gray. It could be slightly different, but it's basically... Like, look! It's a fine color. I don't think you want to be that one, but, like, I think it's a little more gray than it was than purple. I think the other one was a little bit more purple. It's almost the same. Listen, Ryuki, I'm gonna need you to get better colors. Pick some new ones, thanks. You just missed her. Hey, what's your problem, man? Like, what's your problem, man? Pardon me, miss, if you'll just follow me this way. Don't worry, that mist is just a beauty enhancer. Ryuki, workshop suite, now! Oh my god, are you Raoul Alkanite? The Raoul Alkanite? What are you doing here? I'm so glad it was... Oh my god, really, all one word, because I was prepared for this bitch. I was prepared to be her and be excited. It's a special situation. Are you serious? Oh, if I knew Raoul Alkanite was going to be here, I'd have dressed up a little more. So, Raoul, what's your type? This would literally be me if Tom Hiddleston was anywhere. Oh my god! Or some of my favorite voice actors, you know, if I saw Jun Fukuyama or Daisuke Ono. So, you know, she at least can say words. I wouldn't be able to manage that. So I'm just saying, I can vibe her. A girl is like an ox. An ox? Oxen are sacred animal for Neptune. A girl who's like an ox would be fit for the gods. Plus, Zeus once turned a maiden into an ox. How about a more human example? Perhaps a girl like Denai? Is it Denai? Is that how you say it? Anyway, Europa, or that's Io, isn't it Io? Or Lita? Look, I'm not good with the Greek or whatever, or, you know, some of these also sound... Well, it's Greek and Roman, but we most of the stars and everything we use are the Greek ones? Because some of them are... Anyway, I'm not good with that, so... They were all humans that the almighty Zeus came to love. You know, in myths all over the world, the gods always love virgins. That's why scholars often theorize that virgins had special powers. Well, I'm not a virgin, so... But I don't really care if you're a virgin or not. I'm not a god after all, so I don't consider that to be sacred or anything. The gods did care, though. They just love making love. It's not like the Greeks... It's not just the Greeks, either. Even the Japanese myths are always going at it. Do you know how often they did the deed in Greek myths? I tried counting once, but the number just made me laugh. Okay, great. That's enough out of you. Thank you so very much. Raoul, workshop suite. Now! But I was just getting to the good part. Can't you see you were freaking her out? You could have ruined your reputation, and your agent would definitely rip me apart for it. No one's gonna believe her anyway. She's gonna be like, oh my god, I met Raoul at this dating event, and he was like fucking crazy. He's like obsessed with Greek myths or some shit. It's weird. I'd be like, he's just passionate. Like, okay. I know he's supposed to be, like, he's a little bit of a weirdo, but I love him. He'd be like, oh my god, oh my god, tell me. Like, he's very passionate about something he's interested in, and I can appreciate that. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It's all funny. You're like, you are insane. But I feel like that's how I come off to a lot of people. So, Raoul, Yumi, same. Anyway. Hiya, how's it going?
Well, hello. My name's Alan Melville. But please, our darling, you can call me Alan. It's an honor to talk with such a lovely young lady.
Are you quite the charmer? Something tells me you're not looking for marriage.
Perhaps we're in the same boat.
Well, I do want to get married someday, but that's not why I'm here tonight. I don't know who's who anymore. A friend of mine didn't want to come alone, so she dragged me along. Actually, I already have a boyfriend.
Oh, you do you? And this boyfriend of yours, do you love him?
Definitely, which is why I was hoping to meet someone like you. Kind of rude to waste someone's time who wants to get married.
A good catch. Well, if you're looking to kill time, why don't we chat back at my place?
What the hell are you talking about? I just told you I have a boyfriend.
Yes, I know. And I'm here to meet girls that are already in love. Doesn't eating the same meal bore you? Everyone needs dessert now and then.
Look, I'm just saying, we're gonna have a lot of boyfriends in the man harem, and Alan would be so happy. Alan, I have a man harem, and he's just already in the door, and it's like, all right, well, it didn't take a lot of convincing to get him into the man harem. You're like, this is how it works in the, you want me to have a man harem? Okay, wow. Usually just takes a little conversation, but they're usually fine with it, because it's my man harem in my head, so of course they're gonna be fine with it. But like, Alan was sneaking in the window before we even got this game. You were like, who are you? We haven't played your game yet. Stay out. I don't know if you... Oh, well, okay, you're already in here, so... He was already in before... I'm serious. He snuck in the fucking windows. Never seen anybody want to get into the man harem so bad, but, like, I'm okay with him. Fine. You know? What up? You're happy. I'll be happy. See, I am like Raoul. Everyone's like, you are insane. Uh-huh! Anyway, that's what you come here for, right? No, sorry, but I really do love my boyfriend.
And that just makes me want you even more. Why don't you come try out my pillow? You'll have dreams you never thought.
We're gonna interrupt him, but the double clap and double click is... Okay, that's it. Time's up. Thank you very much. I'm so glad you could join us today. Help yourself to drinks and snacks in the break room. Alan, come with me. We need to talk. We're like, Alan, come with me. We need to talk. Please excuse us. I apologize profusely to the 5 girls who were subjected to the Parasite 5. They all looked around at each other. That was the worst conversation I've ever had. All he talked about was his ex. Oh my god, we're not even his ex, girl. Wait. Ugh. I knew there wouldn't be any good men here. A representative? What the hell is that? A fulfilling marriage may be difficult? That was a total waste of time. You tell him that I'll be married before he even hits puberty. Oh, that's Ryuki. You know what they say, men are like parking spaces. All the good ones are already taken. Even if he was hot, his personality was not. Whatever, let's just get out of here. My guy was a total jerk. He even called me our darling. Who says stuff like that? You know what? All those points are valid. I'm not even going to defend my trash husbands. Just all those points are valid. I'm very sorry, everyone. I bowed my head in apology as I said my farewells. You're like, I hope there should have been other men there. See? Wait a minute. This could have been a perfect opportunity. You're like, I'm going to bring you in. There's a bunch of girls here, but there's also other men here. So then when these guys come in, then the girls are like, you know, this guy over here, Tom, seemed a little bland, but after talking to whoever in the Parasite 5, you know what? Tom's looking real great. See? And then we're like, Tom, I got your back, bro. Like, we just helped the other guys out who maybe haven't found love yet by introducing. So, you thought, yeah, Tom wasn't your taste. Did you want to meet this trash? No. Oh, yeah, Tom seems real great now, doesn't he? You're welcome. I'm just saying. Like, they should have had more men here than just these 5. Like, she should have known that was going to be a train wreck. And then I headed straight to the 7th floor workshop suite where those 5 were waiting. I was getting ready to lay into them. And they think they did great. Clueless bastards. I closed the curtain so we could have some privacy. Does everyone know why I told you all to come up here? After closing the curtains, I turned around and faced them, my arms crossed in front of me. They were behaving. For now.
Is it because we didn't follow the 8-2 rule?
No, Gil. You kept bringing up your ex! I don't know who this ex is, but no woman wants to hear about that. Especially in public. This is going to be so much fun. I'm going to yell aloud, so okay.
You don't know who it is? So you really never noticed.
And Owen, if you're going to be someone's stand-in, at least do it properly. You could have worded things a lot better.
I was instructed to repeat what I was told word for word.
We need to be on the same wavelength if you want your member to hurry up and get hitched, Owen. It's also weird when we keep telling Owen, if you want your member to get hitched. Who's Showen? I'm okay dating Showen. It's Shelby Owen. They're combined. They're just the same person. I know they're two different people, but are we sure? I don't know. And Raoul, stop jumping straight into that mythology nonsense. You can't dump that on someone you've just met. It's nonsense. Did we not fall off Mount Olympus? I think we did. She asked me what I liked, so I told her. Besides, that's only the tip of my mythological iceberg. Is that so weird? It's the tip of your mythological iceberg. It is a little weird, but I still love you. It's very weird. Like, it's very weird? And she's questioning that. And Ryuki, don't spray your mist at someone before you even ask her name. I was just trying to raise her grade to a human level so I could actually talk to her. You can't judge a book by its cover. Love means loving what's inside the most. Aren't you even the least bit curious about what's inside someone? Only if they can appear human to me. Bad answer, bad attitude. And Alan, you simply cannot jump into bed with a woman who's already taken.
I just asked if she wanted to try out my pillow.
Fucking love them all. They're so shameless. Oh god, I love it. It's the same thing! I know I keep asking this, but do any of you really want to get married? Of course I want to. Obviously. I think my member's getting rather impatient, in fact. I guess so. He's only 19, like...
I wouldn't be here if I didn't, would I?
He just all of a sudden turned... I don't know why Alan turns into Owen. Like, Lupin Owen. I don't understand what... It's just... Look. I do want to learn what real love is like. Then you should start taking this seriously. Love is about getting close to someone. It's about compromise and forgiveness. It's give and take. Emphasis on the give. Anyway, you have your homework. Send me a text like you're in love. If you can't understand what love is, then use your imagination. Got it? Got it. Do they really get it, though? Do they really? Oh, do they? They came to Cupid Court because they wanted to get married, but it feels more like an obligation than actual desire. Everyone said that they're all lost causes, but I refuse to give up on them. You can rise to this challenge, Spacey. After all, we're just getting started. Let's see it through to the end. Helping them find love at long last would finally prove that humans have the power to connect within them. Well, that concludes today's workshop. I'll contact you for the next meeting, but before then, do your homework! No excuses! That's cooking. I'm beat. After heading home, I didn't bother with changing out of my clothes. Instead, I just flopped into bed. Do you want to get married? In the background. Like, I love this apartment. It's so cute. And I like that, like, here's a step up to our bed loft. But, like, then you just want a giant mattress and you just, like... Of course, it would suck when you rolled off the wrong side of the bed. But that's what there's pillows there for. But I love it. It's cute as shit. I also like the pink and turquoise. I would go purple and turquoise, though, because purple is my favorite color, but I really love this aesthetic here going on. It's beautiful. Anyway. Even though the hours were the same, I felt like I just pulled a double shift. Seems like Clarice is out. Speak of the devil, a message popped up on my phone that said, probably won't be home tonight. It looked like it would just be me for the night. God damn it, do not be having sex with Alan. He belongs in my man harem Clarice. My man harem Clarice. My shoulders are so stiff. Chi, are you here? Chi? Oh, there you are. Here we go. Chi! I took Chi's tiny body in my hands and shoved his head against my shoulders. Because he's got little horns. A small electrical current crackled between his horns. Oh, yeah, that's the spot. This is a little weird. I mean, I also have tension between my shoulders, but... I pushed my makeshift chi massager against the knots in my shoulders until he started to fidget. guess he doesn't like being upside down. Oh, so you're using this poor little animal as a back massager. Chee! Sorry. As soon as I let him go, he immediately flew off, but he returned just as quickly to lay next to me. My bird does that too. You're like, I want to snuggle, and he flies away, and he's like, don't touch me! And then he's back like, I'll snuggle with you again, but just don't touch me. Chee! He stretched a bit, and I gently stroked his back as he sleepily closed his eyes. I glanced around the room. Clarice and I shared a room back in college, and Gil was actually staying in the next room over. After graduation, I lost contact with him. I was always kind of worried about him. I never imagined I'd reunite with him like this. Back in college, Gil really looked out for me. He helped me get a part-time job and even took care of the chores. After he left, Clarice and I could barely keep the place clean. Lovelorn Parasite. Gil's so kind. He always puts everyone ahead of himself. But once he bounces back, I'm sure he'll make some nice, sweet girl very happy. I'll give it my all as his advisor. I think it's so funny. She's like, he always took care of us. He did everything for me. Blah, 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 blah. God, he keeps talking about his ex. He's crying in the corner because we're clueless. But legitimately, if I were in this situation and I had a Gil doing all this stuff, hoping that I would notice that they were in love with me without them being like, just so you know, I'm actually in love with you. Can, like, we date now? I wouldn't get it either, so. A text. Oh, this is... Of course, it's Gil's, like, love letter to us. Miss S. Ghost written by Owen. Can we read them or do I have to go back? Face mask. Peel off. Ryuki's sending us websites. Oh my god. Oh, I hope we get to read them. Chi! I glanced at Chi lying next to me. Maybe the time had come to use my Cupid's bow. No, I can't give in. I have to get them married without that. I had to prove to Dad that the gods don't always have to step in. Okay, I guess. Still, looking at that text message, I started to get a stomachache. I think I'll just hold off on my reply till tomorrow. Okay, I guess we don't. So we'll have to go back. I thought maybe that they would open up so you could read them better. Oh, was I supposed to... Wait, hold on. Was I supposed to click on something else when it popped up? See, this is weird sometimes. A text, this is... Hold on. No, it doesn't... There's nothing I can, click on or do anything. Oh, whoops. Back. Huh, anyway. It's just really hard to read, so I thought... But clicking... Oh, whoops, I skipped text by accident. That Y was skip text. Okay, okay. You know what? Look, guys, I'm not smart here. I was trying to think if there was, like, a way to... Oh, fuck. I keep hitting the wrong button. Like, see it bigger? Because it's like chat start. So you're like, okay. But there's really no way to make it bigger. The other ones are readable, but Gil's is, like, really small. But anyway. Gil Lovecraft. Thank you so much for today. I'm really glad we got to have a nice like chat together again. The more we talk... Yeah, see, I can't read it. The more we talk... You know, I've been dreaming about this moment. Not only were we able to reconnect, but at the workshop, I'm just so lucky to be alive. By the way, why don't we grab lunch sometime? I heard you like sweets, right? So, ... Actually, I bookmarked a few pages. Oh, patisseries and cafes I thought you might like. Next time we get a chance, let's... It's supposed to be meat, something, something, and we can go there together if you want. We can even go... We can even get it to go and just take it easy back at home, too. Speaking of which, I've been researching the best way to brew tea and coffee. I think I've gotten a lot better. I hope you'll give me a chance to show you what I've learned. So is this how this is supposed to work? Or would it be better if I just confessed my love right off the bat? You said this was just for practice, right? Confessing your love is supposed to be a special moment, right? So I wanted to make sure I was prepared. But I guess it just sounds like I'm saying thank you, huh? Still, if this helps me learn how to ask someone on a date, I guess it's good practice. That's my hope anyway. Okay, so his is hard to read, which is why I thought... Yeah. I'm so grateful for everything you did for me today. Talking to you was extremely helpful. I hope I'll continue to receive the benefit of your advice. Ghost written by Owen. That's a love letter? Oh my god. Raoul. Wait. As there are many sets of 12 gods and 12 signs of the zodiac, so are there also 12 signs of love. Like when one person says, I can't live without you, director's note with tears in their eyes. And the other one says, I understand, this isn't goodbye, you know, I'll always be there to support you on your journey. Director's note with a smile on their face. Even Buddhism says, sorry, I said that before I was finished, but it was a pretty good message, right? So no worries. Fucking Raoul. And then Ryuki just sends a space mask. Peel off mask. Ellen, I love you so much, our darling. Lips as smooth as ripe peach. Skin as soft as freshly whipped cream. Just thinking about what you must taste like is making me... Anyway, I've prepared the most divine bedding just for you. Come by my place and I promise you'll have the most ecstatic dreams. Okay. I just thought we'd be able to, like, see them bigger. Anyway, still looking at the text message, I have started to get a stomachache. Okay. I think I'll just hold off on my reply to tomorrow. Silently, I put my phone down, closed my eyes, and drifted off into dreamland. You should be able to read them bigger, because, like, especially, like, Gil's, it was kind of off the corner, so you couldn't really see it. No pain, no gain! That's how the chapter was written. I wasn't yelling at you. Oh. Cool! Alright, the chapters after this start talking about the house. Okay. Woo! Good morning! This is basically the house we lived in with Gil. This is the exact same background, but, like, the decorations changed. There's more shit in little shelves over here, not just the cars, but... Hey! Breakfast is ready! Her voice, I don't know. I walked into the living room to find my roommate Clarice there. I guess she really did stay out all night. The welcoming fragrance of fresh coffee and hot toast wafted through the air. Oh, you're home. I wasn't sure if you'd be back yet. Oh, last night's date was an absolute dud, so I came home early. Clarice casually shrugged her shoulders, then quickly set the salad and toast on the table. Come on, let's eat. It's 7 o'clock on the dot, which means it's time to get the 411 with today's funny news. Here are today's hot topics. Whatever TFN news. The funny news anchor, maybe. Or TFN is today's funny news. As usual, Clarice and I watched the morning news on TV while we dug into our breakfast. Funny news. That'd be better than, like, actual news. Actual news is depressing, so. The meal included cafe au lait, toast, salad, and a refreshing smoothie for each of us. That's a lot. You know, weird things, like a smoothie, but then also salad, toast. Who eats salad for breakfast? It's the weirdest thing. Salad is like a lunch food. Like, there's just some shit that you don't eat for breakfast, okay? We've gone over this before. I'm weird about it, all right? Anyway, as I was eating, I casually glanced at Clarice. I mean, toast and a smoothie, sure, but then you've got the coffee and a smoothie, which is a lot. And then salad. This is a weird... Today's funny news is always pretty tame stuff. And then again, it's a local morning news show. Clarice should be pretty exhausted right now, but she looks like she just woke up. Just as upbeat and beautiful as always. I'm almost certain that the girl Gil was in love with was Clarice. If so, Gil's gonna have a lot of trouble going forward. Clarice never fell for guys. In fact, she was known as the Stone Wall. Clarice must be why Gil became the lovelorn parasite. We are so derpy dense. It's cute. I love us. I've got to give him my full support and help him find love. Or, at the very least, help him mend his broken heart. Next up, we got a story about the marriage market. Let's take a look. Hey, look! It's about Cupid Core! Huh? Hearing Clarice mention that, I looked up at the TV. She was right. It was a shot of the Cupid Core building. They're gonna be like, Shelby's not married! Oh. Hey there, this is the most popular marriage agency in all of Lost York. The hotspot for love. The Cupid Corporation. The Cupid Corporation was founded 15 years ago and it has over 170,000 members. Thanks to them, many a Lost York City couple has found happiness. However, there's plenty of buzz about declining marriage rates these days as well. Plus, there's a newcomer to the marriage game up in Lost York. I can't help but wonder what the Lost York marriage market will be like. In fact, let's chat with one member now. Excuse me, do you have a second? Oh god, which one of our parasites?
Huh? Me?
Oh god, it's one of the ladies. I'm a reporter for today's funny news, and I'd like to get your opinion on Cupid Core.
Oh, well, their service isn't bad, but, like, it's kind of a problem how many weird members they've got.
Can you elaborate on that?
So here's the thing. Just the other day, I got introduced to this guy who kept his eyes closed the entire time. I'm paying good money to be a member, you know. You'd think they'd have some better choices, right?
You make a good point. By the by, did you know that there's a new marriage agency here in our beloved Lost York?
Oh, yeah? What was it called again? It had some weird name. Anyway, they got a free trial I was thinking of trying out.
I see. Well, thank you for your time. You heard it here first, folks. Cupid Core's members are missing their shot at love. That seems like like, you know what I mean? Like, hey, that's a slander ad or whatever.
They always just report the bad news, don't they?
What? Oh, wait. What's this about a new marriage agency? I didn't know about that.
I can't remember their name, but I think they purposely set up shop on 7th Avenue right near us.
Oh, jeez. Look at the time. I'm gonna be late.
Oh, heading in early today? Yep. Sorry, Clarice. Gotta go. Mind clearing up for me? Sure. See you later.
Next up, we got an exclusive with the young president of Cupid Corp, Shelby Snail. Mr. Snail has built a reputation as a loving husband, but word on the street says he's not even married.
Oh, is that the rumor? I suppose he doesn't necessarily act like a married man.
Mysterious Manet. I think it's funny because, like, Envy. Why does some of the I'm like, maybe it's just regular posters. I'm like, that better not be, like, Minerva, you better. I'm wondering because, like, there was some other point in here. Oh, like, well, Miss whatever her name is, right? And she was like, she doesn't look like she normally does. And then she's given all this bad advice. I'm like, this is the woman you paid? And I was like, is it someone sabotaging us? And now there's a new love agency. Like, it sounds like they're trying, you know what I mean? You're like, so did, like, Mars, like, get everybody together and they're trying to drag you down to drag you back instead of just being like, oh, no, she's actually doing fine. You know what I mean? They're trying to sabotage you. Is that, like, seriously a plot line? Because that's what it feels like, anyway. Yeah, because that's Mars. It totally is with his fucking axe. I wasn't even thinking about it until I said it in the back of my, and then I noticed, like, the shadow. I wasn't paying attention to the shadow, but anyway. Mwahaha! Did you see the news, servant? Who's this? Is Owen? Is that Owen? Why does that hair look like Owen? I'm gonna have to look. Anyway. Yes, that's the final nail in Cupid Core's coffin. At this rate, we'll steal away their entire membership and crush them under our heel. It's definitely fucking Mars. Come on. Yeah. That's both of them. But why does that look like Owen's hair? Owen, don't you dare backstab me.
Phew, I made it. I got to my desk and let out a deep sigh. I got here at 8:30 on the dot, just in time. Clarice's hours in systems development are different than mine. We almost never get to eat breakfast together. Advisors work in shifts to accommodate the schedules of Lost Yorkers. Since everyone's so busy, we tend to work from 9 a.m. to 11 at night. But ever since I got stuck on Parasite 5 duty, I've been getting better hours for my shifts. While it's not that tiring for me, I appreciate the consideration. To begin the day, I reopened the messages from yesterday. Never mind, I'm too tired. Going through all the mistakes in this message is going to take forever. Still, I fought the desire to just run away and stood strong. I got down to business and started proofreading. Alright, and sent. A few hours later, I'd somehow managed to reply to all the messages. I couldn't do it on my phone, though. though. I had to switch to my computer. All of the messages had loads of issues, so it took longer than usual to reply. But everything turned out okay, all things considered. Thankfully, the theories on love I learned in college and from media helped me make the text a bit more woman-friendly. Since everyone's free tomorrow, I penciled in meetings with all of them. I hope it'll be okay. To be honest, conversations and lectures aren't going to change their mindsets. Well, if they do find a woman that sparks their interest, I can at least give them some advice to keep those sparks flying. Still, no matter how many members I show them, they're not interested. They won't even tell me what they're looking for. Hence why I can't introduce anyone to them. I have to look out for the female members of Cupid Court too. If I mess up, it'll just give the news one more bad soundbite. Then our members might really leave us for another agency. But we've never dealt with members like this in the past. What a tough situation to resolve. If someone lacked confidence, I could suggest that they focus on their strengths and build some self-esteem. And for someone who's a bit prideful, guiding them toward better behavior in regards to marriage is key. But this is a different situation entirely. None of them want to get married. Honestly, I don't even know why they're members. I pondered putting them through some marriage boot camp training. While I was considering that, my work phone rang. Hello, Miss Mirror speaking. Oh, perfect. I've got a new member on my hands, but none of the other advisors are free. I know you've got your hands full with the Parasite 5, but can you handle one more? Sure, that should be fine. Excellent, thank you so much. I'll have them wait in the meeting room. I hung up the phone and prepared the necessary documents before getting up. It's been a while since I've handled someone who's not part of the Parasite 5. Even my fellow advisors are worried about me. Parasite 5 really are legendary around here. Even people from other departments have started sharing their concerns. I've become something of a legend myself, I guess. I couldn't help but wonder what this new member might be like. While walking down the hall, I tried to imagine. As I entered the meeting room, I saw a woman staring nervously at the floor. Hello, it's nice to meet you. My name is Spacey Mirror. I'm a bridal advisor here. I flashed her a smile and held out my business card. She accepted it with trembling hands, then looked down again. I feel like she ain't real if she doesn't have Sprite. You know what I mean? Like, she's not like a real... You know what I mean? Like, is she here just to get some dirt on us? Nice to meet you. My name is Melanie. Melanie Thatchell. Well, it looks like Tatchell, but... Melanie Tatchell? You'd think it'd be Thatchell. That sounds better than Tatchell, but Tatchell it is. Well, Melanie, thank you so much for coming in today. Before moving on, I gave her a chance to look up at me. Instead, she just glanced around the rest of the room. She must be really nervous. This is probably her first time using a marriage agency. Well, it's the bridal advisor's job to help our members relax. You know, our company offers a wide variety of services. Would you mind if I provided some explanation and a bit of guidance? That would be nice. She gave a small nod, so with a pamphlet in hand, I began describing the different services we had to offer. Melanie hung on my every word and began nodding along enthusiastically. Wow, it's been a while since I've had someone actually listen to what I was saying. I'd almost forgotten how nice it is. And we're gonna marry these men. Well, individually, but whatever. I wish the Parasite 5 were this cooperative. Well, I believe that just about covers everything, so now I'd like to ask about you. Melanie blinked in confusion. Me? Yes, to begin with, are there any must-haves or absolute deal breakers when it comes to potential partner? I'm not in a position to make those kind of demands, and nobody would ever choose me anyway. Why wouldn't they choose her? Please excuse me for asking, but have you done anything like this before? Searching for a husband, I mean. Well, I did go to a few parties like that in college, but I never had the courage to talk to anyone. You're perfect for Gil. You're both, like, bumbling fools. You're kind of a, like, dorkable, like, you know. Well, my friends ended up getting married, or at least got boyfriends, but I don't know how to talk to men, so I got left behind. Could someone like me ever even get married? If I can marry the 5 biggest assholes here, then yes, you will get married before them, don't worry. Absolutely you can. That's my job as a bridal advisor, to help you find your perfect husband. I gave her a warm smile intended to help ease her worries. I could tell we'd need to work on her low self-esteem. She couldn't seem to keep from talking negatively about herself. She's completely incapable of seeing anything good in herself. During college, I learned that you needed praise and approval from others if you want to improve your self-esteem. As her advisor, I can give her the praise she needs, but she could just reject that and fall further into a downward spiral. Wow. In which case, it'd be better to build up her confidence by encouraging some self-improvement first. Let's see. It's probably better to start her off with a bit of light texting rather than going right to matchmaking parties. Cupid utilizes a number of matchmaking tools. Matchmaking parties, Lost York food tours, and one-on-one meetings are some of our more successful methods. We also have a number of cafes, restaurants, and bars reserved specifically for our members so they can feel more relaxed. That's actually kind of cool. For our more introverted members, we recommend that they start with texting or even writing letters to initiate contact. We like to divide up our members according to what methods we think fit them best. The message track is our go-to for shy folks. This is actually like well thought out. You're like, yeah, believable. Sounds legit. You're like, instead of meeting people one-on-one, why don't you text them? That sounds better. Messaging lets them avoid the stress of an in-person meeting, so it's great for people like Melanie, who struggle with confidence, or people who are just socially awkward and hate things like interviews, and that's what a date feels like. It's like a fucking job interview. I hate it. I'm also not good with tests. Okay, Melanie, can I tell you what I've got in mind for you? I started describing my recommended plan in detail and turned to the appropriate page in the pamphlet. Slowly, Melanie began to open up more about herself and what she was looking for in a partner. I couldn't remember the last time a member had talked with me so honestly. It was really quite touching. It's really sad you've been around the Parasite 5 for a couple of weeks and you're like, it's been hell and there's actually a normal person out there. You're like, Melanie, you're so wonderful. She's like, I'm just, not even looking at you. I know. Well, let me thank you again for trusting our company with this. The pleasure's all mine. If there's anything else I can help you with, please don't hesitate to get in touch. Okay, well, I better get going for now. I feel like Melanie works for Mars, and she's going to try to take us down. She's the insider. If I act awkward and shy and I don't know, then they'll give me all the inside details. I'm just saying. I don't trust her. Of course, if you have time, feel free to visit the cafe in our company annex. Cafe? Yes, we have a cafe that's for members only. Most people just use it to relax and take a break. Oh, really? Well, I wouldn't mind getting a cup of coffee. Maybe I'll check it out. I think that's a great idea. Would you like me to show you the way? I opened the door to leave with Melanie when... I found Owen standing directly in front of us. Apparently, he was just about to knock on the door. Yeah, see, no, okay, you know what? I feel like the sprite that was the shadow might have had more floofies in his hair up at the top, but it gave me Owen vibes. You know what I'm saying? Hold on a sec. Hold on. I don't know if we can go forward after we do this, but I want to go back. So you remember Owen and it's going to drive me crazy. I'm not I need to, Owen, you can't be on Mars's side. Owen, I love you, damn it. We're definitely going to do this. We're doing this. Okay, screw it. Okay, hold on. Scene playback. Yes, go back here. Hold on. Okay, no, the hair's different. The hair's different. Okay, good. It's just also the way he's standing. No, well, hold on a second. He could be reversed. He could just be the reverse of Owen. I don't know. Because Mars flips back and forth. Does he flip the other way? Yeah, when he does this. Oh my god, Owen. Oh my god, it is, isn't it? Doesn't it look... Oh, son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. I think it is. I think it's Owen, and that pisses me off so bad. Why would you do this? Game! You suck! Game, I hate you. I don't like you anymore, game. I quit you. Yeah, it's... Oh my god, it is Owen. Because the elbows, everything are this. I took a fucking picture of the screen. I'm not gonna lie. I totally did. Like, I'm like, let me, like... And, like, I'm looking at his shadow. It's 100% fucking Owen. So Owen is working for Mar. I'm so fucking mad about that. I'm sure with the voice acting on, you would have known. But, like, I am so mad about this. That's why Owen can't be a love interest, because he's a bad guy. Stop it! No! He was supposed to be... We're supposed to get him in the Shelby marriage. You think you get him in the divorce, but no, we're supposed to get him in the Shelby marriage. He comes as a package deal. Damn it, Mars. What the fuck? I am mad at this game now. Stop it. Oh. Oh, I'm so disappointed. I'm really sad. I'm gonna go drink and cry now. I don't want him to be evil. Well, it's not necessarily evil, but he's trying to take us down. But, like, why? I mean, okay, it makes sense, though. You have your man on the inside. But, like, god damn it, Owen. Wait, Owen, are you secretly a god, too, that we don't know about? But, like, it just disappoints me. I love him so much. You know what? You're going to be a shady look, you know what? I don't even know why I'm mad about it, Owen. I don't know why. Because we have dated trash before. Like, we have literally dated, like, you are the worst. You are a stabby, murderous bastard, and we love you. So, like, you being a bastard side character, like, what does it matter? Like, I'm still going to love you. Why? Look. Owen, look. Just, okay. I'm just saying. We've met some side characters in other games that you're like, I love you, you're beautiful. My god, I want to light you on fire. Seriously, you're such a fucking douche canoe. I hate you. But you're pretty. I don't want you to be that kind of dumpster fire. I want you to be like, oh, you dirty bastard. But where I love you still anyway. It's just I've been burned. Like, okay. Okay. I've been burned with side characters that look pretty and are just the worst. And again, we like the dumpster fires sometimes. Sometimes they're crossing a line that's just no. So I just need you to not cross that line, Owen. I need you to just be like, you're siding with Mars, and then maybe you feel bad, and it's okay. I get to get you in my marriage with Shelby. All I'm saying. Do you think we're going to find out that Owen is bad? But it's definitely him. Anyway. Unless he's got a twin. Oh, hello there. Did you need something? Yes, well, I didn't mean to interrupt. I'm very sorry. No, it's okay. Wait, no, Melanie. The fuck off my Owen. As soon as she saw him, Melanie quickly ducked behind me. Because he's beautiful? Melanie, you can't have him either. Don't worry about me. I was just leaving. Actually, I was about to take her to the company cafe. I see. If you don't mind, how about I take her instead? Huh? You're needed in the lobby, Miss Mirror. The manager of our ad agency is here. Apparently it's an emergency. Our ad agency? I tried to imagine what the problem might be, but couldn't think of anything off the top of my head. But there was also Melanie to consider. I tried to gauge her reaction, and she gave her head a quick shake. I'll be fine. Please go ahead. But, and then Melanie's gonna leave, because he's gonna be like, I heard there's a better agency down the street. Oh, and I still love you. Really? It's okay. Well, if you're sure, then if you'll excuse me, or they're on the same side, they're in cahoots, like I said before. I gave her a final nod before leaving the meeting room. I quickly made my way to the lobby. I was like, if they don't leave this scene, then we're gonna have a conversation with the two of them, but... Okay. As I got out of the elevator, I saw a nervous-looking man standing there. He was alone in the lobby. That must be the agency manager. I'm sorry to keep you waiting. Are you from the advertising agency? I am indeed. And would you be the company's top bridal advisor who got her latest assignment from the president himself? That's right. I'm Spacey Mirror. Ah, great. You'll do just fine. Huh? Do what just fine? We have a huge emergency. I need you to come with me. What the? Without explanation, the manager quickly led me away. He gave me a jacket and a pair of glasses, apparently as a disguise, and then... The Happy Forest Cafe? We soon arrived at a cafe near the office. It was a regular destination of mine. Listen, Mr. Snail and I have a business lunch scheduled for today. Please just play along. A business lunch with the president? But what am I doing here? I've got a plan to boost Cupid Core's reputation. You must have seen the news this morning, right? Just follow my lead. I did see the news, but what's that got to do with me? I didn't have the first clue what this was about, but the manager just kept pushing me along. You're gonna pretend to be his wife. The president looked quite surprised to see me. Obviously, he didn't know I would be there. What on earth are you doing here? I just thought it would be a nice surprise. Anyway, let's have lunch. I feel like he's yelling. With your wife! I had no choice but to sit next to Mr. Snail. The ad manager sat diagonally across from me, a look of desperation plastered on his face. So he wants me to help improve our image somehow. But why did I have to wear a disguise? So... This is interesting. I thought he was going to make us pretend to be the wife. This is the Cupid Corporation's top bridal advisor. Please go ahead and introduce yourself. Well, my name is Spacey Mirror, and it's true that I'm the top bridal advisor at Cupid Corp. It's very nice to meet you. Oh, it's a TV producer. Okay. The pleasure's all mine. I'm a producer at Lost York TV. Wow, really? So you must work on shows like News 1 and 10... News 1 to 10 and today's funny news, right? News 1 to 10 and today's funny news. I feel like we should just yell those because they're capitalized. Oh, so you've heard of us. That's great. I think everyone who lives in Lost York has heard of you. I had no idea what was going on, but I figured I may as well just smile and go with it. Why do I have to wear a disguise? I've been thrown into a meeting between my company president and a TV producer without any warning. I thought, I didn't know the TV guy was going to be here, and then I thought, the agency guy was going to be like, top bridal, Shelby, I just invited your wife along. Wink, wink, shut up. And you're like, what? I have no idea what's happening. Obviously, this is where we're getting the pitch for the show. Oh, look. Oh, he looks so cute with those glasses. I love it. I love it. You know what's actually funny? The little TV producer guy, I'm assuming, is this guy right here on the right-hand side. He's got a little goatee. You can tell. It's so funny. I also love Shelby looking at us. Ah, yes, that's a very interesting point. Apparently, Mr. Snail had said something to catch the producer's attention. I got the impression that they were trying to put together some kind of TV show to boost Cupid Core's image. The news reporter that morning had focused on declining marriage rates along with some of our more unusual members. I guess that's why the president himself had agreed to meet with the media and was trying so hard to impress this producer. I had no idea Mr. Snail got involved in things like this. I always figured the ad agency took care of all that. Of course, I'd always known that he had funded Cupid Core when he was a student and worked hard to get it where it was today. That's actually super cute. He's like, I want to find things so other people can fall in love. And yet, completely no idea what the fuck love is. It's kind of cute if you think about it. I'm sure he can do pretty much whatever he puts his mind to. In which case, I should do whatever I can to help make this a success, too. After all, our members' potential for success is directly tied to the company's reputation. If I can do my part now, it should lead directly to more connections between humans. So your stance is that using your company's Cupid system will always turn out well for your members? Exactly. But surely it can't be that simple. Using a machine to match people together? How can that be better than direct human interaction? And the people who manage the system are very good at their jobs. That's right. There's really nothing to worry about. We integrate even the tiniest details to reflect trends and culture as well. And since we design the system and maintain it internally, we can always refine it at a moment's notice. Social media trends, new online slang, the smallest things can be fed into it so we can find the perfect match for each member. Wow, even social media trends. So then, what do you need the bridal advisors for? The producer looked directly at me and gave me a smile that had a bit of an edge to it. But frankly, I get this kind of question all the time. Some members try and use it as an excuse to get a membership discount. Ultimately, we have no way of knowing exactly what people are thinking, so we need people on site to make minor adjustments.
What kind of minor adjustments?
Well, for example, some people try to pretend they're someone they're not, and some just flat out lie.
And that is, unfortunately, true. And some people also pretend that they aren't who they are, and they have stand-ins, like Owen pretending to be them, but I wouldn't know anything about that.
In those cases, they have hidden motivations, preferences, or tastes we can't uncover unless we talk with them personally. We observe how their eyes move during the conversation, when they take sips of water, all the tiny moment-to-moment details. We're basically fucking lie detector cops. We're cops!
I'm a fucking co-op. Not really a fucking co-op, but I'm kind of a co-op. I'm a love co-op.
People have unconscious habits that a machine just can't pick up on. We're there to support and supplement the Cupid system. We calculate the most compatible partner, then take our personal experience and knowledge to provide additional advice.
Interesting. But isn't this all just a whole lot of work?
It can be, sure, but our goal is to help as many people as possible come to know the pure joy of married life. Of course, we don't just push them to get married. That just leads to short marriages. More people than ever are getting divorced. Our objective is to provide the sort of matchmaking that can nurture a long and happy post-marriage life.
And Shelby's like, I'm so in love with you right now. I see. This is all pretty impressive. I admit I hadn't really thought of it that way. I guess that's why you're the expert.
I'm just glad you took the time to hear us out.
I'm sure Mr. Snail here must be quite happy to have such talented employees. I couldn't do it without them. Having passionate employees like her influences everyone around them, improving our service.
Huh? I had no idea the president saw me that way, and I couldn't hide my surprise, which slowly turned into a satisfied smile.
I like the way he's like looking at her like, kind of magical.
I never would have guessed that's how Mr. Snail felt.
Oh, speaking of married life, Cupid Core has a wedding chapel right on site, is that correct? I'd love to hear more about that.
The president thoughtfully answered each of the producer's questions. Here and there, I added details based on the prevailing opinions of people in the field. The meeting seemed to be going smoothly. 1 hour later, we finished eating and the lunch finally came to an end. I suppose we could have stopped there, but I figured maybe this whole segment would peter out in a minute. Anyway.
Well, I'd say you answered all my questions. I didn't expect this whole enterprise to be so entertaining.
The producer seemed to have relaxed quite a bit. He stuck out his hand and Mr. Snail gave it a firm shake. I don't think he's supposed to sound as douchey as he is, but I'm doing it, but anyway.
I certainly enjoyed myself as well.
Yes, it was an honor getting to speak with you.
Well, I hope we get to do it again sometime.
The producer gave us one final wave and slipped into the busy city crowd. After a moment, the ad agency manager suddenly reappeared in front of us.
Thank you so much. It looks like the lunch went very well.
Mr. Duff, where exactly were you this entire time?
I had other matters to attend to, but don't worry, I heard when I needed to.
Anthony? Question mark.
Oh, and thank you too. Here's my card. Don't be surprised if I call on you for help again.
He shoved his business card at me. It said Anthony Duff, manager of the world-famous Omnicom Advertising Group.
And of course, we'll do everything we can to boost your company's image. Well, goodbye for now.
Mr. Duff quickly departed, leaving me alone with Mr. Snail and feeling somewhat confused about everything that had just happened. I wonder why Mr. Snail was so formal with him. And also, a campaign to help boost our image. Interesting. So that lunch was to try and sell that producer on some kind of TV show. But why did I have to be involved? Normally that would be a discussion for the agency manager and the company president to have by themselves.
Spacey.
I looked at the president when he spoke my name. He looked back with a calm, gentle expression.
Thank you for your help today. I know we dragged you out here without warning, and during business hours, no less.
Mr. Snail expressed his thanks so earnestly, I couldn't help but smile. I'm just glad I could help. It was nothing. I'm just glad I could help. Ready for the love hearts?
And don't be so modest. I couldn't have described the relationships you build with our members, or our day-to-day affairs. That was all you.
Listening to him talking, Mr. Snail showed a level of happiness I'd rarely seen from him. Where's the hearts exploding? We picked the right answer. The thought that I really did help somehow made me happy too. Oh, but I did have one question. Why are you dressed like that? It doesn't seem like your usual style. Mr. Duff made me wear it. I guess I'll have to give it back to him later. He made you wear it, but why? I have no idea. Maybe he thought I should be dressed more professionally since it was a business lunch and all. Well, in any case, it suits you.
He's like, I put it on because Shelby likes glasses.
Shelby, Yumi, same. Oh, you think so? Yes, it's quite nice, actually. Yeah, he's blushing. He digs it. He's like, I like glasses. Shelby's like, a girl with the glasses automatically makes me swoon. Shelby, a man in glasses pretty much almost automatically makes me swoon too. You, girl. Along with the rare compliment, the president revealed an equally rare smile. Thinking about it, I realized that was the first time I'd worn a jacket like that in front of him. Interesting. In any case, sorry for all the trouble. He was a year above me in college and he's always been a little pushy. After that news report this morning, he wanted to have a meeting as soon as possible. Oh, that's right. That was a pretty strange report they did on today's funny news. Anthony's a good manager and he's done good work for us, but he tends to believe that the end justifies the means. I never would have guessed he'd drag you into the meeting, but it wouldn't have gone nearly as well without you, so thank you. Look at him beaming! Oh, I love it! He's so adorable when he smiles. I was surprised at the gentle smile he flashed at me. I couldn't remember him ever smiling like that before. I mean, he's not as robotic as you think. I kind of like it. It made me realize that normally when he smiled, it was pretty much just for PR purposes. I think this might be the only time I've ever seen him smile outside of things like magazine spreads. He looks so much younger when he smiles. It's easy to forget that he's only 32 years old. He always seems so calm and collected, but I'm realizing that maybe he's been struggling all on his own this whole time. Oh, I just got a rather important email. I'd better get back to the office. Thank you again for everything today. I'm still counting on you to do your best with the Parasite 5. He glanced at his watch as he hurried out of the cafe. The president really never gets to take a break, I guess. I should head back too. I need to get ready for the meeting tomorrow. I have a meeting with the Parasite 5 tomorrow. I'm hoping I can find a few possible matches for them before then. I took off the jacket and the glasses and headed back to the office. If the glasses and the thing, I think he's like, haha, I'm going to put it on. You're going to be his #1 girl now. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this part up here because we're over. But I didn't want to stop in the middle of that, like after the producer was leaving. You know what I mean? That little bit. I was like, oh, we could have stopped, but I didn't know. But anyway, it's fine. Sometimes we go over and sometimes we don't. Today we did. So anyway, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.